They still talk about the night I was born. Old women swear the moon hid behind a veil of smoke. The dogs refused to bark. Palm fronds shook, though there was no wind. And my mother, poor Mama Adasi, cried out as if heavens and earth were pulling her apart. The midwives said the labor was too quiet. No baby cried. Not at first. Then, a sound that was neither human nor spirit. A sharp gasp, like someone taking their first breath after drowning, echoed around the room. The lantern light dimmed. The floorboards trembled. And my mother whispered, "Her name, write down her name." But before the midwife could ask, before my mother could speak again, the room turned cold. A sudden whoosh swept through the room like a giant invisible hand. The basket where I lay went still. When they looked, I was gone. No footprints, no cracks, no broken doors. Just an empty woven cradle and a ghostly breeze crawling along the walls. By dawn, the strangest thing happened. Every villager forgot what name my mother had chosen. They remembered she was pregnant. They remembered the screams. They remembered the storm. But the name? Erased clean. Vanished like I never existed. Some said it was a curse. Some said it was a blessing. Some said it was punishment for a sin my father never confessed. And some whispered this: the spirits claimed the child before humans could name her. 17 years later, before the cocks crowed, before the farmers woke, before the markets stirred, a storm rolled across Mueke village. Not a normal storm. A violent, bone-shaking, earth-thundering storm with lightning that split the sky in crooked lines and thunder that made goats jump in fear. People scrambled inside. Babies cried. The chief diviner muttered prayers he had forgotten he knew. And then, in the middle of the village square, I returned. I stepped out of the rain as if the storm had birthed me. Barefoot, soaking wet, moon-pale braid trailing down my back, eyes glowing faintly silver. I took one step into the center of the square. Every torch leaned toward me, bending like servants bowing. People gasped. Someone's bowl of gari fell from their hands. A baby stopped crying instantly. "Who are you?" the village chief demanded, voice shaking. I felt the weight of an answer I should have known, a name that hovered at the edge of memory. But it would not come. I don't know. You could hear the village's heartbeat pause. Fear thickened the air. Everyone felt it, a memory stirring inside them, a name buried too deep to reach. A woman whispered, "She looks like Adayaze's lost child." But the chief snapped, "Impossible! That child vanished 17 years ago." I raised my head slowly. Maybe I am the one you lost. The storm quieted instantly. Even the rain paused. And that was when the first man screamed, "She has returned from the spirit world!" By morning, everyone knew. The child the wind stole, the cursed one, the nameless one, had come home. Children hid behind their mothers. Goats refused to follow their owners. Even the chickens wouldn't peck near me. But something stranger began to happen. Everywhere I walked, lamps flickered, leaves trembled, water rippled, shadows bent, not out of fear, out of recognition. It felt like the world knew me even when people didn't. I returned to the village square, trying to understand myself. "Please," I said to the watching villagers, "I need to find my mother." Silence. Everyone looked at everyone else, waiting for someone brave enough to speak. Finally, an old pepper seller stepped forward, her hands shaking, but her eyes warm. She touched my cheek, and a jolt of recognition hit her. She staggered back, as though a lost memory punched through her skull. You look like her," she gasped. "Adayeze, your mother was Adayeze." Then her voice cracked. "But I cannot remember her house, or her path, or her scent. Child, what curse follows you?" The villagers stepped away from me. A man murmured, "The forgetting is spreading." Another whispered, "If she stays, we will all forget ourselves." And the chief said the words I dreaded. "We must summon the elders." The elder's hut was lit with thick candles, whose flames curled toward me. As I entered, a hush fell. The oldest elder, Pauba, with his gray beard and carved staff, unrolled an ancient scroll. His hands trembled slightly. He began, "This story was told by our ancestors about a child born in a storm with power too great for humans to raise." He looked at me with eyes hardened by prophecy. "The writings say the spirits would claim this child before her name was spoken, because a name anchors the soul." He continued, "A child without a name is untethered, a doorway between worlds, a vessel for gifts no mortal should carry." The room buzzed with fear. One elder spat into the fire. "This girl should not have returned." Pauba silenced him. "It is also written that the child will return with two gifts, one of healing and one of ruin." A sharp gasp rippled through the room. My own heart tightened. "Which one do you bring?" Pauba asked quietly. "I don't know," I whispered. But fate answered for me. A young boy burst in, crying, "Help! My mother has fallen into the fire!" We rushed to their hut. The woman lay screaming, her arm badly burned. Without thinking, I knelt and touched her skin. A pale light burst from my palms, soft, cool, calming. Her burns healed, her skin smooth. The pain vanished. The villagers froze. Some dropped to their knees, others backed away in terror. The chief shouted, "She has the power! The prophecy is waking!" And the rest murmured, "Send her away! She will bring death! She should never have returned!" Their fear stung me like scorpions. I had healed their own, yet they wanted me gone.
That night, the pepper seller found me sitting under the iroko tree. She whispered, "I know where she is." She led me down a lonely footpath. At the very edge of the village, a small hut sat hidden behind tall cassava plants. A soft light flickered inside. I stepped in. And there she was. Older, weaker, eyes tired. But when she saw me, she froze. Her breath caught. Her hand came to her mouth. And then she wept. Not gently, not softly. She cried the way only a mother cries when a part of her heart walks back into her life. I knelt beside her. "Mama," my voice shook. She touched my face with trembling fingers. I don't know your name, she whispered, but I know my child. We held each other for a long time. But when I asked what happened the night I vanished, her face filled with terror. The spirits came, she whispered. Shadows with voices. They took your name first. I felt it leave my tongue. Her hand shook violently. And then they took you. She looked into my glowing eyes. They promised to return you when the world needed you, or when your destiny could no longer be stopped. Lightning cracked in the distance. Thunder rumbled like drums of war. And then a whisper floated into the room. A whisper I had heard in dreams. Child of storm. The sky split apart like cloth being torn. A giant glowing figure descended. No face, no feet. Just a tall, shimmering silhouette with light dripping from its body like a liquid moon. Villagers collapsed to the ground. My mother grabbed my arm in terror. The spirit spoke without moving. Your return has awoken forces. The world remembers you, but your name remains sealed. I want my name, I said. The spirit's light flickered. Your name was taken to protect every world, human and spirit. It holds your true power. What is my power? I asked. The spirit paused. The wind howled. You carry two destinies, the power to heal and the power to ruin. The villagers wailed in fear. The spirit extended an arm toward me. You must choose your path. Come with us, remain nameless, or reclaim your name and unleash what it holds. The world stood still. My mother sobbed at my feet. The villagers trembled behind their doors. The spirit waited. The wind rose around me, circling me, lifting my braid, pulling at my clothes. A faint voice whispered in my ear. Not the spirit, not the wind, not any human, but something older, something deep inside me. It spoke a single word, my name. And my heart exploded with warmth and pain and clarity. Power rushed through me so violently, the earth cracked beneath my feet. The torches flared, the shadows bowed, the spirit whispered, "The seal is broken." Light burst from my chest and shot into the sky like a pillar. The villagers shrieked and fell to the earth. My mother shielded her eyes. The storm roared with my voice, and when the light faded, the villagers rose slowly, fearfully. Then, one by one, they whispered my name, softly at first, then louder, until the wind carried it through the whole village. Nkemdali. And with my name came memory, power, identity, and destiny. The village bowed, but deep inside, I felt another power stir, dark, patient, hungry. The part of my destiny the spirits warned about, the part that brings ruin. The spirit's final words echoed through my bones. You have chosen your path, but destiny has two arms. Only one is awake. Then the spirit dissolved into the air. My mother embraced me relieved. The villagers watched me in awe, but I felt it, the shadow within me, the second gift, the one the prophecy feared. A chill swept the village. The lamp flames flickered sideways. Birds fell silent. From the depths of the forest, a strange echo answered my heartbeat. Something old, something hidden, something coming. I lifted my face to the wind. My story was not ending. It was beginning, because now that I had my name, everything that once hunted me would return to claim me.